Kala Wadlaya Basham Shai Basham Kakudash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule and teach well, peace and salutations to the brothers on the four corners of this earth, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. I just came across an article that I posted in the group here, and it really goes to show that, hey, the devil is really, is really, really pushing this agenda, right? Because we more or less halfway through 2025, and and things happening, right? One of the reasons I bringing this video out is all this information, like I just an informative video. You know what I mean? I ain't no scriptures, I don't will do a little impromptu pull out of two scriptures. You know what I mean? Right? Whoever comes to the spirit. Okay? Um, what really stick out to me is that, hey, this is in the Caribbean. Right? This is sitting close to home. So the only ones who pass us on the highways, you know what I mean? When we out there doing the works. And thinking, yeah, well, I in America, I go come here and then 15 minutes at the city thing is out in them white people country. And no, nigga. No. Nay, nigga, nay. Alright, so there you get it. It's the central bank to launch instant payment systems by 2026. It says the central bank is overhauling Barbados's payment system in a move that promises faster, cheaper, and more secure transactions for everyday consumers and businesses. Alright, so it's overhauling the system, right? Shit. Let me see what overhaul means, right? I don't want to just read it and grasp. Over. Take apart a piece of machinery or equipment in order to examine it and repair it if necessary. Overtake someone, especially in a sporting event. Right? So to take apart and to overtake. So overhauling the system, they're taking over the system. Right? Right. The new instant payment system set to launch in March 2026 will replace what officials describe as an outdated and so like a fragmented network that currently slows down money transfers and limits access for smaller financial institutions. Governor Dr. Kevin Greenwich said the new system will create a more inclusive financial ecosystem, eliminating barriers between banks, credit unions, and other financial institutions to allow seamless real-time transfers. This is perhaps one of the more things that we've done since establishing the central bank, Greenwich said during a panel discussion at the bank's 40th annual review seminar on Monday. Under the current system, transferring money between different banks or credit unions can take hours or even days, with some institutions charging fees for instant transfers. We have what we think is a lack of interoperability. In layman's terms, the systems don't speak to each other very well. There's a lot of time and cost in transactions and transfers, Greenwich noted. The IPS will change that by allowing real-time transactions across all participating financial service providers, including commercial banks, credit unions, and approved fintech companies. For ordinary Barbadians, this means no more waiting for payments to clear. Transfers between accounts at different institutions will happen instantly. Lower transaction costs. The system is expected to reduce fees associated with payments. More payment options. Consumers will be able to send and receive money directly from mobile without cash out card. Right? You may go to a store and not have your card or cash, but if you have your phone, you can make a payment from your mobile device, said Deputy Governor Michelle Doyle, who is leading the IPS project. This means greater commerce One of the key goals of the IPS is to break down barriers for smaller financial players, including credit unions and fintech startups. Currently, some fintech firms approved by the central bank struggle to integrate with larger banks due to technical limitations. Credit union leaders have welcomed the change. Glenn Harrison, head of the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union, said the IPS would make life easier for consumers and allow smaller institutions to roll out services more quickly. Steve Bell of the City of Bridgetown Credit Union called it a public good that will reduce costs and expand access. The first phase of IPS rollout will include major banks and the three largest credit unions, the Barbados Stock Exchange and the Accountant General's Department. Participation will be mandatory for all licensed financial institutions. Alright, so they're making it mandatory. Right? We're making it mandatory for the financial institutions. What do you think will happen to the people who in or who, who sign up or subscribe to these financial institutions? They would have to subscribe to that system, to the IPS system, right? Cool. It's the system will modernize payments and at the same time position Barbados for future. So fast, Granite said, as regulators, we have to facilitate those movements and be ahead of the curve. All right, yeah, that's some precepts. Because one thing I want to say. That's not. I'm gonna look up more flyer. One thing I want to say as well is, you see where they say instead of waiting for things for transfers to clear and stuff, even the I don't know if they're middle class or you know what I mean, the regular everyday Joe. You understand, who working for a company who banking with one bank, and his account is in a different bank. You understand, just like in Trinidad and Tobago here. When pay release, cause we have different banks. We have Republic, we have Royal Bank of Canada, we have Scotiabank, which is a Canadian bank as well. Right? If you're in Scotiabank, you get in your pay, I believe it's 2 days after. If you're in Royal again, it's the next day. If payday is Wednesday again, it's Thursday if you're in Royal, or Thursday or Friday if you're in Scotia, 132, I believe. Yeah? So you don't get paid the same day. So what they're saying is that you could get paid with everybody else with this new arm system. Right? You had to wait and thing, and you had to stretch your money again, your money on pay. All these things will come into play for the everyday Joe. You know this kind of way. The everyday Joe. And they say what? They go technology moving fast and they have to be ahead of the curve. Right? Now what I want to say is who is the owner of these central banks? You know what I mean? We know who it is. The elites, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, so on. They own them. They are their businesses. Right? And oh, look what it's in March 2026, like next year, like the next fucking 10 months, if I'm not mistaken. 10 months. Because in the 7 months, some from 12 is 5, January, February, March. You see? Not even fucking 10, 8 months, the next 8 months. Right? We go to Revolution 12 and 12. Ah, shit. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, Salakia. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. Right? And now we get to see how fast he really implementing this thing. Because look, them agendas to reach by 30, So in between now and 30, the next 5 fucking years, is rapido. Yeah, understand? Rapid work. So that the whole Caribbean will, by I could done see Trinidad and Tobago will be on the same page by next year as well, I believe. You know what I mean? Yeah, the guys are looking kind of Barbados, and we are known as the big apple of the Caribbean. You understand? We are known as, or referred to as the New York, rather, of the Caribbean. Yeah? A little island like Barbados doing it, you know what they're going to do here? I have to tell you who we central bank. It ain't us, right? Definitely ain't us. Revolution 3 and 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon well up on the earth. Yeah, it will come up on all the world, and this is how they're doing it. You understand? You know what the people say? Is a public good, right? It's a public good we doing. So now you don't have to pay to use a different ATM, or you don't have to pay to use a different bank, because why? It's instantaneous. With this new system, you can walk up to a cash register and just thing you and you have your phone on you and do it. You know what I mean? You don't need cash or card. That is what I want to highlight as well. They say without, if you do have cash or your cards on you, you could use your phone. This is desensitizing, or in other words, getting people ready for what? The digital system where you wouldn't need cash or card. You dig? Also desensitizing them to the MOTB system, the 15-minute city system, right? Where you wouldn't need cash or card. Yeah, they rail dress it up, as they always do. They rail dress it up. I feel I'll go to T1. Isaiah 31 and 3. No, 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 no. Hmm. Nah, I'll go to T. Yeah. We start at 2. It say they walk that. So I start at 1. Isaiah 30 and 1. Go to the rebellious children and say to Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt, right? A shadow is our defense, right? The scriptures talk about money being a defense, right? So the trust in they will trust in the cash flow, they will trust in the banks, they will trust in the system to acquire the cash. You understand? Because I'm living for here and now. They don't see the kingdom to come. As it's saying in the book of Hebrews, we have no continuing city here, but we seek one to come. Right? And one that comes, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be a shame, and the trust in the defense of Egypt be a confusion. Yeah. These one I really need it, because these what I was thinking, the shadow of Egypt, yeah. Right? It could be a confusion. You go want to know how after they promise you this would be the best thing ever, and this, that, and the other, just like how they do with the juice. And they tell you juice up and then boost up to juice up. In order to maintain the juice up, you have to boost up. Right now, you're fucking dying cancers and all these diseases you never had. Just so you're dropping down, your heart stopping in your fucking chest, all these things. Right? So, nevertheless, I hope it was informative. True spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem, Yashai Bashim, Kakodash. Until next time, Shalom.